Okay, so you're going to come behind your double piston extenders. Now we need to put the water trough or whatever the hell, and put in also the cutoff for the water. So above, right where those two pistons are right there, put a block above that. Now the reason why, for some reason, if you put blocks on top of these pistons, it messes it up. So let's not do that. So bring this up one like that, and up one like that, and bring this out. So you need a 4 wide. We need it to be 4 wide, so bring it like that, so it's 4 wide. Okay, and those two double piston extenders are right there. So yeah, so we need to block this off so the water doesn't spill. That would be extremely terrible. Alright, so bring that up, and bring this up, and like that, and like that around the back. So our water is going to sit on these blocks right here. So we're going to cut it off right here with pistons facing downwards. So put a block there and count up 2, 3, 4. Come back, take those out, put a sticky piston facing down, 4 of them facing down like that. Bam, take that out. Now you can go ahead and put your blocks on those pistons like so. And let's try this thing out. So get your water out. And I'm just going to do this the hard way. No, I'm not actually. I'm going to do it the easy way. No, I'm not. I'm going to do it the hard way. Anyway. Jeez. Yeah, so put your water in there like that. And then come down here and make sure it's not destroying all your hard work here. So make sure it's blocked off for damn sure. So there's our waterfall. Now we're going to come behind these pistons, put 2 blocks like that behind those pistons, because we're obviously going to put some repeaters right there with dust behind it. Now off the side of this, bring this out 2 and up 1, because we're going to have a torch right there, because this is going to be inverted. It's going to default to being on, so there to cut your water off, so you're good to go again. Alright, so we got all our stuff in there. Our door, our double piston extenders, our water cut off, our trough, so we have everything good to go. So now we just need to get our, if you're going to use a bud switch like I'm going to do, we need to get that set up. We need to get our, what the hell did I just do? That was awesome. We need to get our, what else? Our T flip-flop put in, okay, and all the other goodies. So, where this block is right here, I like to just bring it out. How many was it? 3, I guess. And then, let's see, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 down, I hope. So, I built a platform right here that's a 6-block platform, 2 by 3, facing this way. And we want it, the middle of it, to be right on the outside of the wall right here. Okay, so starting from ground level, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On the 5th block is where this would go, and it's from this half slab 1, 2, 3, 4 away. And this is not where I want it to go. It needs to go 1 more away from that, so 5 away. Alright, this is going well. So put a repeater there on 2, repeater there on no delay, dust in an L shape like this, a regular piston right there on the side of that repeater that's on 2 ticks, a block right there on the side of that dust with a torch on top of that block, with a block on top of that torch, because on the side of that block we're putting a sticky piston facing down with a block on that sticky piston. Now below that block where the sticky piston is, we're going to put a torch on the side of that block. Now you can see anytime you do anything with the block above where that sticky piston is, it's going to send a pulse through that. And this isn't mine by any means, so yeah. So you can use a redstone dust like that for a hidden switch, but I'm just going to use a jukebox because I'm fucking awesome. So put a jukebox, whatever. So we're going to grab the signal from this torch and we're going to lead it up to a T flip-flop and then hook everything up. So just take this out. Okay. So we need this signal whenever we send a pulse through this. We need the signal coming off of this torch. So let's bring this down like that and this way, because we're gonna have a repeater coming from that torch block going that way. Put that on 4, and then 2 lines of dust, and then let's bring this down and down 2 like that. With a torch on top like that. Okay. Now just lead your dust to that block because you're gonna put a torch on top of that block. Now put a block on top of that torch with a torch on top of that block, and then we're gonna put a block on top of that torch, and we're gonna put a torch on top of this block. But you can see if we put a torch on top, it'll mess with this line of redstone, which we don't want to do. So take that out. Take these blocks out, okay, because we're going to need a torch here, so we need to have a repeater here so it doesn't cross talk. So put a repeater, actually it needs to go this way. Put a repeater there with a block, redstone, and now step it back down. Like that. And just put your redstone back in there. So it'll fix itself. We're good to go again. Alright, so now we need to put a block on top of that torch, with a torch on top of that block, with a block on top of that torch, the torch on top of that block on top of that torch, with a torch on top of that block, with a block on top of that torch, with redstone on it. How many the hell was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 torches. So from here we're going to make a T flip-flop, and let's just do it the easiest way freaking possible. So bring it out in this way like that with dust on top. Now you're going to need the regular pistons. You're going to need one right here facing inwards on the side of that block like that, and you're going to need one facing inwards on that side. Okay, and we're going to have to put a torch down here, so count 1, 2, 3, and over 1. Okay, because you're going to need a torch. That seems really low, and I think that is 1 too damn low. So we're going to need to bring this up 1, like that. Put a torch on it. Apologize about that. It happens. So put a torch on top of that torch. Put a torch on top. Put a block on top of that torch, and then put a torch on the side of each of these. Like that, on top of those pistons. So whenever that block goes over top of that torch, it'll send a signal, a steady signal, anywhere we want it to go. And we want it to go this way, so put a block right there going up. And we need this signal to go to 1 to here, and then 1 back down to the doorway. So let's do that now. So put a redstone right there, and lead this up like that. Okay, and we're going to need to invert the signal going to these double piston extenders. So come back right here and put a torch on the side of that block like that, and then bring this up to that block, and then we'll lead it back 2 from there. Alright, so the signal's coming from the T flip-flop going into this block, okay, and then out this way from that block as well. That should work, supposedly. We'll find out, I guess. So lead the dust coming this way, because we're going to have to send it back down to this doorway. And I cannot believe it's freaking night again. This is killing me, man. Killing me. I can't do a damn tutorial like this. It's getting ridiculous. You guys asked for it. Alright, so now this signal coming from the T flip-flop going inverted into the double piston extenders, coming back out here. Lead this block this way to right there would be good, and then lead the dust going this way. Put a torch on the side of that block, and then bring this down 2 and over 1. Put a torch on the side of that block with dust on top. 2 down over 1. Dust on top, torch on the side. 2 down over 1. Dust, torch. Alright, see how that's off? That's what you want. Alright, so because this is off coming from the T flip-flop, we want to make sure that this is off coming down from the signal. Alright, so right there is that torch will be talking to that dust right there, and we need this dust to go to where this torch is. So lead it down like that and put a block right there so it doesn't crosstalk with that. Now put a repeater right there so it's leading down to that repeater, and now put dust, take the torch out, it opens up, and I'll put dust going to there. And congratulations, that's all hooked up now. So whenever you get some convoluted shit like a CD to open up a door, it should work. So that should all go in, door closes up, trough closes on each side. And then you come back, take your CD out, double pistons go out, door opens up, troughs go down. So that's all working, and thank God for that. Okay. Now we need to put in our timings for the cutoff for the water. So this is the fun part, everybody. So you need the signal from on top of this T flip-flop where the signal's leading upwards. Okay. We need it here. Don't get the signal from when it's coming out from the T flip-flop. We need it before it's going to the T flip-flop. So take it from here and lead it up. Okay. From right on that block that's on top of the torch. So lead it up from that. And we're going to take it, just bring it this way 1. Okay. We just need some space to put some delay on over here. So let's build our floor this way. And we've got some room here to work. So we need to make a platform here. So get your build on and build a platform. And we're going to need it fairly substantial here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just start with the 6 wide platform. We've got some space, obviously. So here's how you put a delay on something. Let's put a block there to make sure it doesn't crosstalk with anything. And there, just to be on the safe side. So this is how you'd make a delay. Here's the signal coming from the button or T-bud, whatever the hell you're using. And this is going to start our delay right here, okay? But we need this signal to go in 2 directions. One goes into the delay, okay? That's going to be our delay. One goes into the delay, and then the other one, lead it 1 this way and 1 that way. Because we need to put a block there, the torch on the side. Lead it this way too, with a block there, and a torch on the side of that, okay? And this is like the memory circuit right here. This is the memory, so it won't send send the signal until the delay runs out, basically, is what this is doing. So from this torch here, put redstone leading back to that block. Okay? And there's that. So we need we'll see how much delay we need in a minute. So lead your delay out. And I don't think we need it to be huge or anything, but just lead it this way and then back and just do some convoluted crazy stuff like that to there, okay? So, so basically the signal will come up here, go into this delay, go through all these repeaters, all those repeaters, all these two repeaters, these three repeaters, and these repeaters here, back to the middle of these three redstone right here, okay? So just do that and you'll have a delay. So put these all on 4. And we may not need this much delay, but this is good for just figuring out exactly how much you need and don't need. So put these all on 4 to start. Alright, so there's that. Now we just need this block of redstone right beside that torch. We need to lead it up to our inverted signal here. So lead this up, and it's got to be from this redstone here. Lead this up to right there. Okay. Now just take your dust, lead it up, and just put a repeater right there going into that block. It'll open up the water, and our water will come down. So there's that. Now that should be it. Let's have a look-see and take a look. Alright, so put the disc in, cuts the water off. Water falls down slower as hell. Finally, when it reaches the bottom, it opens up, splits the water, falls down into the troughs. See, the timing was pretty good right there, I think. That's the main one you need the timing for, because the water is so slow going down. Now, you want to make sure that this delay has run back out. Let me show you. Before you run it again, take the CD out. Watch what happens. See, the delay starts to go all the way through all these repeaters. That, and as soon as it gets to here, it'll open back up the water again. Okay? But now we gotta wait before we run it again. You want to make sure there's no signal left in this delay, so you have to wait this long. Right now, we would be able to run it again. Okay? So that's just a rule of thumb there. So let's make sure it's working again. Boom, everything seems to be working perfectly. Going down. And it looks like we may be able to shave. Well, that's pretty close there. We may have been able to shave maybe a tick or two off of this delay here to make it a little bit faster, but I'm gonna leave it because I think that was pretty good. So here, obviously, you would just fill in. I would make sure it's powered, or closed. Make sure the door's closed before you mess with it anymore. And fill all this in, make it look nice. You can put a button in on the inside to close it and open it, obviously. What you would want to do is wherever you put your button, you want the signal to be going into this block right there. So if you put a button somewhere, like say it's right here on the side, your doors, your wall's right here or something, with a button on it. Just run the signal from that button down, going into that block with the torch on it that's coming from your T-bud switch or whatever. I'm not going to explain that to you, but basically your button would be here on the wall, or run it down and then going into this block, so it affect the signal on that torch and go upwards to your T flip-flop and go to all your circuitry up here and cut it off, and so on and so on and so forth. So there it is, and I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any trouble, let me know. One thing to note might be that I've had a bit of trouble building this facing north and south again. So make sure, I would just, to be careful or whatever, just build it east-west. If you're facing north and south, I have had a bit of trouble with it. So that's just something to note there. But anyway, everybody take care. Bye-bye.